here is the, you may say, here is the production possibility curve. This is okay. Let us assume fixed resources. To draw this diagram, we will have to do that. We will assume, there is a assumption, this production possibility curve will change if we change the assumptions here. The resources are fixed. Only 2 commodities can be produced. Based on this theory, these 2 basic things, just mind it. Based on these 2 basic things, we are drawing this production possibility curve. That 2 commodities, we have taken 2 commodities and our resources are fixed. We are drawing 2 commodities. We are getting 2 commodities, X and Y. We plot X on horizontal axis and we plot Y on vertical axis. Okay? When all resources are employed to produce whole of X and no Y, we are getting OF, amount of X, and no amount of Y, because we are starting from this point. OF is the amount of X only and no Y. We are employing resource X, only X. When we are only giving the resource Y, we are no Y. When all the resources are employed to produce Y, all the resources we have put to produce Y and none of X, no X is there. So we are getting OA amount of Y. And no X. If the production of one commodity increases, the production of other commodity have to sacrifice on the amount. So this curve is downward sloping. This curve is downward sloping. Why? Why this curve is downward sloping? Because if we increase the amount of, say, we are getting here in point D, we are getting in point D, say we plot this point M and this point N. Fine. So here in point D, we are getting OM amount of Y and ON amount of X, because we have plotted X on this axis and Y on this axis. So OM amount of Y and ON amount of X in point D. So if we want higher amount of Y, we are employing resources to get higher amount of Y. Say M dashed. To see, we are getting lower amount of X. In point, you may say this point, we have employed the resources in such a way so that we can get higher of Y. We are getting M dashed of Y in this point, and we are getting ON dashed amount of X. So the X has reduced to N dashed. N dashed amount X has reduced. See the difference. We are getting higher Y but lower X. So it's downward sloping. That means whenever we are employing resources in such a way to get the one commodity in higher amount, we are basically sacrificing the another commodity to that particular amount. That MM dashed is equal to NN dashed. So this curve is downward sloping. Just because of this property, this curve is downward sloping. G is that efficient point because at G the resources are not fully employed. In this G point, this G is that point where we are not on the production possibility curve. Here there is no resources employed. Resources are not fully employed efficiently. When the economy increases its resources for producing more Y and more X, the production possibility curve will be on A dashed, this one. So it will shift on the right. we are allocating more x, we are allocating more y, so b dashed, we are reaching to b dashed. We are allocating more of x and more of y, we are getting a dashed. So this is on this direction. Okay. Now we will discuss some economic problems and production possibility curve. Different economic problems can be explained with the help of the concept of production possibility curve or transformation curve. This is also called the transformation curve. The production possibility curve represent alternative combination of different commodities which can be produced by the economy which is produced by the economy. In the simple case, let us assume that the economy has faced lot of resources. So this curve transformation because of moving from this portion, production possibility frontier. Okay. So this was only production possibility curve, and tomorrow we will again discuss another point, that basic economic problems with this production possibility frontier. So students, you can note this down, and you can also draw this production possibility frontier. And if you are having any sort of queries or questions from this part, you can ask me on the comment box, or you can contact me. Write down please my contact number. It's 9433773303, but only after 4 p.m. because up to 4 p.m. I am taking my own online classes, and then after 4 p.m. I can answer only the questions. Okay? After 4 p.m. whatever you want, do it after 4 p.m. Fine? Any day, any time. After 4 p.m. you can ask me questions. Or you can ask me on the comment box also. Okay? Okay, so thank you for today. We will deal with some basic economic problems tomorrow with this production possibility frontier. Okay? Okay, so stay safe and bye for today. Okay, bye-bye.